Part 63. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Immortal. Chapter 621. With the addition of Dengbu, Xiao organized everyone's strategy speed to be much faster in an instant. I have to say that Dumble's magical attainments are still very powerful. Entering the more powerful magic castle and facing unknown enemies, Dumble relied on his own magical attainments and the strength of Dark Knight and others to quickly find a way to break through. Breaking through the copy instantly. Guide completed. During this period, the abilities displayed by everyone in the Xiao organization also surprised Deng Buletin. The magical attainments of these people seem to be obtained from fruits. Unexpectedly, there is such a fruit in the world of the sacred tree. The magic of Anya and others is in the same vein as them. Could it be said that these so-called friends are the real leaders? Denbu's eyesight soon discovered the clues. Although everyone is a magician, there are too many mysteries involved in the field of magic. The research direction is different, and the abilities displayed will be greatly different. The difference: a powerful magician can instantly judge the methods of other magicians from the details of their magic and their movements. What is the origin? Deng Buletin immediately judged that Dark Knight and Yusuanji's the magical attainments are exactly the same as those of these friends. Combined with the guild mentioned before, Denbu was also extremely surprised. I don't know who this president is. Could it be that he could mass-produce such powerful magic fruits and create Dharma saints in batches? Even there are also powerful men at the Dharma god level. It would be great if you were lucky enough to meet the mysterious president and talk about the field of magic. Den Buletin sighed in his heart. At this moment, he has imagined Lu Shu as an extremely powerful magician. He has the ability to create magic saints in batches. This is completely unimaginable for Deng Buletin. Even with his knowledge can only train extremely talented magicians to a very high level. As for ordinary people, being able to teach a great magician is already very good. After all, the field of magic not only involves the absorption of magic power, as well as various fields such as magic understanding. It is not so easy to improve. That's why Deng Buletin was extremely surprised by everyone in the Xiao organization. At this moment, the magic castle, with a roar, collapsed and disintegrated in an instant. The Lord here encountered a joint attack by everyone from the Akatsuki organization and the targeted tactics developed by Denbu immediately. Under the siege of everyone, he was quickly destroyed. Search for the treasures here. Xiao Chang'an gave an order. Everyone responded, and then set off to collect the items dropped by various dungeon monsters. Ha ha ha, this actually contains Dharma Saint level magic crystals. If it can be absorbed, the magic power will be greatly increased. Legendary weapons. There are more legendary weapons here. There is also an extremely advanced book of mysteries, which records forbidden world destroying magic that can be learned with one click, etc. A key seemed to have exploded from this lord's body, which seemed to lead to a deeper place in this copy. At this moment, everyone in the Xiao organization has gained a huge harvest. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Immortal. Chapter 622. The output and harvest of copies are often directly proportional. The more difficult the dungeon and the equipment that is released, the better it will naturally be. Legendary equipment, in addition to receiving a wave of updates, also has additional set effects. This has once again improved everyone's strength. Let's stop here first, absorb the power of the magic mirror, improve our strength, and then continue with the next strategy. After counting all the gains, Xiao Chang'an said to everyone. Everyone nodded immediately. Deng Buletin was even more surprised when he saw this discipline. Being able to resist forcing the dungeon to pass quickly, and instead choose to let the members of the team increase their strength and clear all the dungeons in the most secure way. What kind of tacit understanding must this team have to be able to trust each other and give teammates enough time to become stronger? Many of the recent legendary dungeons have similar areas, and everyone is unable to clear the level. This is also because wanting to get rid of the monsters in the dungeon has a lot to do with the output of the dungeon. Usually you need to get the props in the dungeon or professional weapons to cause damage to other monsters. This alone often makes the cooperation between the Divine Tree Guild extremely difficult. As long as you can get enough equipment support in the previous stage, then the harvest in the future will definitely account for the majority. Moreover, this snowball will get bigger and bigger, making it impossible for the guilds that will cooperate later to play. Not to mention cooperation between different guilds. Even within the same guild, there are many conflicts over the production of copies. There are also many big bosses who are tearing each other apart, just for a few resources, even if they don't even have face. I didn't expect that this team would help each other so much. It was beyond my expectations. Denbuletin took a deep breath and slowly made an evaluation in his heart. He is also a well-informed big man in the world of the sacred tree. He can't help but shake his head at these conflicts of interests. He is very angry about this. Disdain. The Grey World is filled with countless unknown changes. When the Divine Tree Masters don't know what this world is like, they can only survive the difficulties by uniting with each other and helping each other. However, now, what is the situation? All the sacred tree guilds are lowering the limits among each other and fighting each other. There are not many so-called big guys who are clean. In this regard, Denbuletin is becoming more and more dissatisfied with other sacred trees. The guild was disappointed. Therefore, for the wizard school, he built it into an academy model instead of a guild model. It can bring out some outstanding students and live a better life in the world of the sacred tree. Don't forget the help of the school in the future. Already very contented. When Denbuletin saw that the guild organized by Xiao was able to complete tasks in such a harmonious manner, without competing for various resources, his eyes were filled with envy. Being able to gather so many masters, each other they don't have much insight, and they are all top bosses. What a rare thing. By the way, they seem to have a guild president. Denbu was extremely surprised. What kind of person can gather these masters together? Creating such a guild? It's simply unimaginable. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Immortal. Chapter 623. When Denbuletin joined forces with the Akatsuki Guild, as well as everyone from the Dark Knight Alliance and Star Pavilion to complete a wave of dungeon raids, they did not move forward, but sat down cross-legged, absorbing the magic crystals and digesting the knowledge in the magic Upanishad. And thus become stronger. In this way, achieve greater gains in the copy. However, at this critical moment, many top guilds began to raid peripheral areas. They spent a huge amount of resources to purchase legendary magic items from Wizard Academy, Dark Knight Alliance and Star Pavilion from the transaction interface. The price consumed can be said to be sky high. After all, during this special period when this dungeon is being conquered, everyone knows that as long as you redeem the legendary equipment of this dungeon, it is equivalent to obtaining a pass. There is a great possibility of getting enough in the dungeon. Benefit. The top guilds who purchased it, even after seeing this astronomical figure, are still eager for it. The legendary props put on the mall were quickly auctioned off. Of course, this was also an appointment made by Anya and others. The output of these equipment is stuck. You can still make a lot of money while taking advantage of the first wave. Besides, there are also many sacred tree masters who have begun to pursue supernatural fruits such as magic, as well as items produced in the Grey World. After all, if you want to explore this dungeon, the magician's strength is the most important. Only magic can deal with magic. Without magic, even the top guilds would not have the ability to conquer this dungeon. During this period, many large guilds began to recruit magicians. Or maybe a divine tree master who is proficient in magical abilities. Form a temporary team. It provides legendary equipment, and everyone wants to eat a wave of items produced by this copy. There is no way, the Grey World has been too busy recently, it is not easy to see such a legendary copy. Moreover, Enya and others have gained so many benefits. Can you not be jealous? They are all in the trading interface, begging for various magic props. In a short period of time, the price of magic props in the Grey World soared instantly. The market price increased several times, and the supply was already in short supply. The sacred tree masters in the Wizard Academy have also been questioned by many people, who want to obtain some magical abilities from them to conquer this dungeon. As for what you can get, it depends on the price. During this special period, everyone in the Wizarding Academy instantly understood that it was definitely a time to make a fortune. If the price given is not adequate, the magic knowledge gained and the items obtained will only be a fraction. Just kill it for a while and that's it. Those who can get really good items are usually those big guilds that offer astonishingly high prices. Suddenly, a wave of magic began to spread throughout the Divine Tree Master. The prices of all magic props and output items have doubled instantly, and magicians are ushering in a new year. Deng Buledin and others naturally understood that this was a period of rapid development for their guild. But you can't sell too many items at once. You have to control the output and not let others become stronger. At the same time, you have to gain enough for yourself. Tisk tisk tisk. This is the art of balance. In any case, more and more sacred tree masters are pouring into the dungeon. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Immortal. Chapter 624. In any case, after experiencing such a wave of purchases, the Divine Tree Masters Guild now has legendary equipment, and at least has the capital to fight against dungeon monsters. Although, monsters of the level of the magic circle are basically impossible for these people to pass. But there is still no problem in sweeping some peripheral areas. Now, many people have begun to realize that the life essence bursting from the tree demon is of great help in improving magic power. All of a sudden, in the trading interface, the price of life essence was shot very high. It immediately aroused discussion among everyone in the Divine Tree world. Before, who looked down on the tree demon and thought that the items produced by this monster were useless, so they sold them at low prices. Oh my God, I remember that the ancient Buddha guild sold the life essence in bulk at the price of an A-grade superpower fruit. Now, the price of life essence has been increased to SSS-level fruit. Damn it, the ancient Buddha guild is losing blood this time. Not only is it a loss of blood, but people are also stupid. Ha ha ha, how could such an operation be done? It's a bit unbelievable. Even if you look down on the tree demon, you won't just casually use items that can only be exploded from legendary level, or even mythical level copies, so cheaply. Is it for sale? It is said that the president of the ancient Buddha guild, Fahe, thought that the legendary equipment was erupted from the tree demon, so he spent a huge price to kill the tree demon. However, after killing many tree demons, not a single legendary equipment was revealed. In a fit of rage, the items exploded by the tree demons were sold at a cheap price. This is really a sad story, it sounds so tragic, but please forgive me for laughing out loud unkindly, ha 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 ha. So funny. We are professionals and will never laugh unless we can't help it, ha 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 ha. Suddenly, everyone in the ancient Buddha guild felt like vomiting blood when they saw the chat above and the crazy rising price of life essence on the current trading interface. If you swipe a few more life essences and buy a batch of magic props, relying on the foundation of the ancient Buddha guild, You don't even need Fahai to vomit blood one after another to be able to complete the dungeon strategy. But, under Fahai's anger, he sold such precious life essence for the price of one A-level superpower fruit. This price, placed in the current Sacred Tree World market, would not be taken seriously by any major guild. Every Sacred Tree Master who purchased the essence of life from Fahai took the initiative to add all members of the Ancient Buddha Guild on the world's public screen to express their sincere gratitude. Thanks to the Ancient Buddha Association. Thanks for the gift, sir. Fahai, I love you. This series of neat messages flooded the screen, making Fahai's blood pressure rise instantly. He wanted to spit out a few mouthfuls of blood from his chest, and even the guide copy was completely out of mood. Fahai's face turned pale, and he asked all the guild members to go home, cancelling the operation in the name of bad luck. There's no way. Buddhism or anything like that has nothing to do with magic. You simply need to practice magic from scratch. The Ancient Buddha Guild no longer has this foundation and can no longer afford to play. Therefore, we can only leave it at this. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Immortal. Chapter 625. At this time. In the peripheral areas, there are also many Sacred Tree Masters who have started the strategy for this dungeon. They exchanged large-scale magic items on the trading interface, and their strength increased rapidly in a short period of time. It's so cool, I actually got the essence of life. Ha ha ha, during this time period, if you can get the essence of life, you can definitely get a very high price. The current market price is still rising. Maybe if you swipe a few more, you will have already recovered your money. Brush a copy. Brush a copy. Sure enough, land reclamation is the most profitable. Brothers, let's not be in such a hurry to sell. Let's collect supplies and raise the price higher again. In this case, it can be sold at a higher price instantly. Good. In the peripheral area of the legendary magic dungeon, a team of several guilds are having a great time clearing the dungeon. Among them, the happiest thing for them, besides exploding the life essence, is seeing the transaction interface. The magic props are still improving continuously. In this way, you only need to explode a small amount of life essence. If you stock up enough, you can definitely make a profit by selling them in one wave. Magic equipment and other materials. After the price continued to rise, it also caused a sensation in the world of the Sacred Tree. People were searching for nearby props everywhere. People kept going to dungeons related to magic to open up wasteland. Even if it was a dungeon that produced mosquito meat, they were flocking to it. For a time. About the prices of the items produced by magic props have skyrocketed, making the previous batch of Sacred Tree Masters who opened up wasteland in the dungeon and then produced explosive products almost make a fortune. Other guilds also seemed very hesitant. They were extremely confused. Should I consider opening the dungeon strategy? Because if this is the case, the investment would be too much. But looking at the current trading interface, the magic materials are still skyrocketing, and then look at the videos of those who are developing wasteland. It would be a lie to say that these top Sacred Tree Master guilds are not moved. World public screen. Damn it, these big guys are simply crazy. How high are they planning to raise the prices of magic materials? I am a solitary magician. Now when I see the price on the trading interface, I feel like I'm going crazy. Even for the most common magic materials, the price has increased more than 10 times than before. If it is that kind of extremely precious material, might it cost 500 times? 1,000 times? Horrible. This price is really terrible. In fact, only large guilds can afford these things. For ordinary Sacred Tree Masters, it is simply fatal. Alas, I feel sorry for the ordinary magician profession. Magic is not easy in the first place. Fortunately, the market price is relatively low. Now I am afraid that even the most basic magic crystals cannot be afforded. These guilds are really crazy about raising prices. Aren't they afraid of backlash? Haha, people make money instantly when they have money. Who cares about the life and death of ordinary tree masters like you? Ordinary magicians actually have a way out now, which is to quickly join the wizarding school. After all, they don't have too many magic equipment on the shelves, so they should keep them in stock. Damn it, the Wizarding Academy didn't take the opportunity to take advantage of it at this time. It's really a guild of conscience. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Immortal. Chapter 626. This effect of the Wizard Academy made all the Sacred Tree Masters extremely surprised. After all, at this time, if you still think about making huge profits in the world of the Sacred Tree, you are really a good person. Not only that, not long after that, the Wizard Academy actually made an unexpected decision. They still maintained the original price and sent a new batch of life essence and legendary equipment to the trading interface. When a Divine Tree Master browsed the transaction interface, he suddenly discovered the products released by the Wizard Academy. When he saw the price, he was instantly shocked. The World Public screen was immediately opened. Send this message to all the Sacred Tree Masters. When the other Sacred Tree Masters got the news, they were instantly shocked. Real or fake? During this critical period when prices were skyrocketing, the Wizarding Academy actually took the initiative to sell it at the original price. Damn it, I took a look at the trading interface, and it turned out to be real. I know the poster above, who is a well-known magic professor at the Wizarding Academy. I also discussed with him the knowledge of magic and the possible future changes in the world of the Sacred Tree. The Wizarding Academy wants to use its own efforts to bring the market price back to a normal stage. Love it, is this a Wizarding Academy? Sure enough, Dumble is the greatest magician in the world of the Sacred Tree. That's right. He cares about the magic world, so naturally he will not let the Sacred Tree market destroy the prices of magic materials so wantonly. Support Dumble. Support Dumble. For a while, everyone in the Divine Tree world was directed to the side of the Wizarding Academy. Together with the Dark Knight Alliance and Star Pavilion, which have a good relationship with the Wizarding Academy, the support rate will naturally become higher. Only at the critical moment can you tell which guild is good and which guild is bad. The Wizarding Academy could obviously make huge profits through this wave of price increases, but he did not choose to do so. Instead, they directly attacked the inventory. Also bring the price back to its original price. This approach made all the Sacred Tree Masters have a much better view of the Wizarding Academy. Support. When you buy magic materials, you must be careful and only buy those produced by wizard schools. That's right, the quality of Wizard Academy is good and the price is reasonable. Why choose other Sacred Tree Masters? We resolutely choose to boycott these guilds that take the opportunity to raise prices and will not buy any of them. I am a magician. From now on, I only look for magic materials produced by wizard schools. I have memorized these retail investors and various guilds that raise prices. I will not buy any of the products they put on the shelves in the future. Whoever buys it gets enough. At this moment, in the world of the Sacred Tree, there is no longer a Sacred Tree Master who will buy magic materials that have been inflated at high prices. For a while, all the sellers were completely dumbfounded. They finally managed to collect the goods, but now, they can't sell any of them. So what if there's that digital price? No one buys it. On the contrary, the Wizarding Academy, due to its conscientious prices and large shipments, was snapped up by a collective in an instant. Not even a single leg hair was left for these guilds. Moreover, Den Buletin will not sell goods to other second-level dealers and guilds. This wave can be said to be a complete conscience. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Immortal. Chapter 627. After other guilds learned the news, they felt that the Wizarding Academy was going crazy. Damn it! Why do these abominable wizards deliberately lower the price so much? Are they going against us? In the current era of the sacred tree, if you don't make money, you can't be a White Lotus. Do they think they are saints? The price that was finally raised was actually suppressed by this group of people from the Wizarding Academy. I was so angry. They must have some serious problem. Okay, the Wizarding Academy thinks that because it has the Dark Knight Alliance on its back, the backstage is strong, right? He did this without fear of offending our guild. I was really dumbfounded. No one bought any of the items produced by the dungeon that I finally managed to get out of the dungeon. Prices are already being reduced. Depend on. Even though the price has been reduced, no one is buying it. Now these magicians have united to boycott us. It's over. If this wave of inventory cannot be sold, this wave of copies will still be a loss even if the output items are released. How so? Suddenly, many guilds in the Divine Tree world couldn't help but started to curse. Various posts accusing the Wizarding Academy appeared on the forum. However, all the replies below were in favor of the Wizarding Academy. Especially the magicians, now we are completely united and have seen through the true colors of these guilds. Many well-known sacred tree masters have been scolded and almost cancelled their accounts. They dare not say a word at all. The attitude of the entire sacred tree world has been expressed quite resolutely. It was a unanimous protest against this kind of massive means to completely raise the market price. Suddenly, even if these guilds lowered their prices, even as low as the Wizarding Academy, no one bought them. Only those with prices higher than the Wizarding Academy, only at low prices can they sell a small part of the supply, but most of them are second-rate dealers. At this level, no matter whether they buy it or not, it will be a loss for them. Only the Wizarding Academy, as well as its allies Dark Knight Alliance and Star Pavilion, completely won num. Wizarding School. All the professors showed happy smiles. Because their Wizarding School conducted a wave of price reductions on the prices of magic materials this time, in the past. The basically useless magic materials piled up in the warehouse are now being sold at a good price. Even some copy-produced items that cannot actually improve the magician's ability, but are magic materials, have been sold for an astonishing number. In the past, these materials were basically waste products that no one cared about. In fact, even in the current era, the effects that these magic materials can achieve are very limited. Who said word of mouth has improved? Conscience is the most valuable thing. All of a sudden, all the products on the shelves of the Wizarding Academy were sold out. Although they did not increase the price, they made a lot of money through other methods. In this way, not only did they earn no less than the original selling price, but they also won a lot of reputation. As expected of Professor Dumble, his vision is indeed far-sighted. Moreover, the Dark Knight Alliance and Star Pavilion are actually so powerful. Our future is promising. Everyone in the Wizard Academy smiled and felt optimistic about the future. It was also the spring they had not welcomed for a long time. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Immortal. Chapter 628. After absorbing the magic crystal, the strength of Den Buletin and others has once again been greatly improved. Now, with their magical attainments, they can run rampant in this area. Everyone continued to go deeper into the dungeon to conduct a sweep. This time, passed through the forest. An ancient country appeared in front of everyone. That country contains endless brilliance of mystery. Knowledge and truth shine together. It seems like it will last forever here. Even a random shop, a piece of grass on the roadside, or a stone seems to contain huge magical truths. Everything that seems ordinary is actually full of charm. But everyone in the Xiao organization is no longer as simple as when they first came here. By sweeping the altars everywhere, everyone's strength has also been greatly improved. Especially magical attainments. After Deng Buletin's guidance, their understanding of this copy became deeper. The magic attacks released are more effective and will no longer be affected by the field. Ken. This is the biggest gain. Come to the front of this country. Bai Yu opened her eyes and stared at this holy place. There was a solemn look in her eyes and she said, "This ancient country seems very unusual. I can feel the existence far beyond our breath. Everyone. This trip will not be easy, it will be full of difficulties, so you must proceed with caution." Everyone nodded instantly. Bai Yu's eyes, combined with her understanding of magic, were able to see through the possible risks in this copy in advance. Her words can often play a preventive role in the team. You know, God, the biggest difficulty in copying the tree world is undoubtedly the lack of information. If it were in the past. Although Bai Yu's white eyes can see through many things, they lack a lot of relevant knowledge. Therefore, even if they can see it, they can't see through it. She may not be able to understand it. However, since she joined the Fenjiun Guild, learned about various power systems, and joined the Akatsuki organization, her strength has been greatly improved. Her current white eyes play a completely different role than before. You can see the depths of the copy at a glance and what dangers there may be. Since Bai Yu senses that there is danger in this depth, we slow down and explore this area carefully. Xiao Chang'an asks solemnly. I feel like this area is like a relic of ancient magic, with all kinds of brilliance. Denbu took a deep breath and looked a little excited. He swept the area with his mental power. Although he couldn't immediately tell what was inside, with his years of perception of magic, he instantly realized that this was a copy related to the supreme magic. Road. The aura exuded by these radiances of wisdom is far beyond my understanding, and it may have reached the level of a Dharma god. If it really reaches the realm of the Dharma god, it means that this copy may have a magical way to become a god. Deng Buletin's words also caused the eyes of Bai Yu and others to move slightly. They immediately thought of why the president asked them to attack this dungeon. Unexpectedly, it might contain the power of the Dharma god? They swallowed after taking the Dharma god template fruit, wouldn't it just correspond to it? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning. Author, Immortal. Chapter 629. As expected of the president, he asked us to conquer this dungeon. It is indeed very meaningful. Bai Yu thought secretly in her heart. At this time, everyone began to explore this country in depth. At this moment, Denbu walked out of a magic shop and said with surprise, everyone, hurry up and follow. I came in and I found a lot of good stuff inside. As soon as these words came out, they immediately attracted the attention of others. Xiao Chang'an's eyes moved slightly, and then he followed in. The prodigal sword looked excited, and he felt that magic was more and more fragrant. Compared with Kendo, a super, the magic directly blasted the enemy into powder. It felt really good. So, I was also very excited about this dungeon operation. When I heard that there was something good ahead of me, I naturally followed him. Bai Yu, Anil, Yueshin, and others were all exploring around, and they all gathered together at this moment. After this long journey, everyone became more and more familiar with each other. The output of the dungeon they created, there has never been a dispute about items. Any distribution is calculated based on the size of the credit, which is reasonable and reasonable. Therefore, it is not said that there is too much of a gap between each other, and they dare not come forward when they see others benefiting. It happens that you find something good but don't dare to tell it. Soon, the vast strategy team immediately entered the store. Denbu took out a parchment scroll, rubbed his palms, and said with excitement, "Come and take a look, this parchment seems to contain a kind of ultra-esoteric magic. I estimate that with our strength, if we combine all the magic power, we can cast a magic circle of this level. Our original magic circle has reached the semi-god level, but the power of this magic circle is even more beyond our imagination. Even with our magic power, if we understand this magic circle, we can use various magics to with the blessing of props, the power can even be infinitely close to the god level." Hearing what Deng Buledin said, everyone in the Xiao organization was also extremely surprised. "Xiao," Chang'an said in surprise, "Professor Deng Buledin, is this magic circle you mentioned really so powerful?" The prodigal sword started to think on the side. Dharma God? How powerful is the Dharma God? Can we directly destroy the entire planet? Or, to kill several areas with gray world coordinates in an instant? Everyone also cast curious eyes. They have never had any divine tree masters who can reach the realm of gods. Naturally, they have no concept of a divine attack. No. If there are any divine tree masters in this world, if it is possible to reach the realm of gods, then the eighth achievement is the president of their Akatsuki organization, right? At this moment, I heard that this magic circle can actually explode the attack of the realm of gods. Even at their level, they can only reach at the level of a demigod. That's really surprising. That's right. Deng Buledin nodded solemnly, and then said, "This magic circle contains the secret of ultimate magic. I've explored this area before, but never figured it out. Now, after seeing this drawing, I suddenly realize this realm. Judging from my experience, you can never go wrong. This is the blueprint of a god-level magic circle. Planting trees for all, 3 consecutive SSS-level talents at the beginning." Author, Immortal. Chapter 630. A blueprint for a god-level magic circle. As soon as these words came out, everyone in the Xiao organization was immediately shocked. But judging from Denbu's attainments in the field of magic, he should not say exaggerated words. So, are they really magic god-level drawings? But I didn't brush any monsters, I didn't do anything, I just walked around the area, and I got such a harvest? It's outrageous. Xiao Chang'an opened his mouth, stared at this shop, was silent for a moment, and slowly said, "This is just one of the shops in the Magic Kingdom, but it actually records such a powerful magic circle. It shows that this country may be the core of this magic copy. If we explore this place, perhaps we will have extraordinary gains." When everyone heard these words, they all cheered up. Bai Yu nodded and said yes, although there are very few shops like this, in this country, just exploring like this, it's great to have such an opportunity. Anil's eyes widened and he said in disbelief, "Then if we go to the core area of this magical country next, wouldn't we be able to explore more advanced output items? What level do you get?" "Above the Dharma God." Xiao Chang'an took a deep breath and said, "Everyone, if this copy is just a shop with magic circle drawings at the magic god level, then you can probably guess what level the magic level of this country has reached before." As soon as these words came out, everyone else reacted. That's right. This is an ancient country. Everyone in it mainly practices magic. However, it is just a shop, but there is a magic spell left behind. God-level blueprints. This proves that the magic level of this country in the past is on average at the level of gods. Then, what everyone is probably exploring is a ruins of gods. I didn't expect the president to know such a place. Anil couldn't help but exclaimed. Well, I can no longer see clearly what kind of sacred tree master our president is. Liang Zijian shook his head and sighed. These words fell into the ears of Anya, Yu Suanji, Deng Buletin and others, and they felt surprised again. Everyone suddenly began to secretly speculate in their hearts. The Xiao organization, everyone here did not deliberately hide this matter. Everyone here knows that the reason why this copy can start the mission is closely related to the mysterious exhibition mentioned by these big guys. Since this big boss already knows knowing the existence of this copy, he should know that there is a kingdom of gods here. But he did not choose to explore it himself. Instead, he asked his guild members to send it out in the form of tasks. And this task, it was not achieved by force at all, but voluntarily participated. What does it mean? Anya thought secretly in his heart, could it be said that the tree lover at the top of the list has reached the realm of God, so he is not interested in this land that is suspected of being a god? Don't you have any interest in the ruins? Yu Suanji was also thinking about the same question in his mind, and the conclusion he came to was much the same as Anya. But Deng Buletin became more and more curious. Who was this mysterious president, and how did he discover this place? Really, very curious.